Isn't it nice, dear sister, to be back in a place so reminiscent of us? You know, the flesh that grows on the walls, those cells come from us. You and I, can't you feel it? Your connection to this place. If you listen carefully, you can hear all of the screams. Thousands of genetic variations, you and I, but no one perfected as much as you. You're the one still breathing, after all. Survival of the fittest. Perhaps if my affection hadn't held me back, our places would be switched. Yet here I am, still bound to you in some eldritch way, watching, gently guiding your hand. Evolution has many forms, after all. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. No hope. Where, unfortunately, the matrix charge that was in our shield belt has fallen out of it, and we don't seem to be able to recharge it. So I don't know how helpful that shield belt is going to be, but in the last episode, we unlocked a new telekinetic power. Now, I've turned off our form of casting that makes it easier for us to cast, just so we can see the time. 43 moves, that's really fast to be able to blink. And the same thing with Stutter Step, 71 moves. So if we can practice these two abilities, they will be just phenomenal. To be able to randomly blink around, that's great. That means we don't need to worry about wasting mana on trying to zip away. But generally, we are doing that when we're out of stamina, but it just means that we have more options, more resources to continue fighting. If we're out of stamina, we use mana to get away. If we're out of mana, we use stamina to get away, vice versa. So we're not going to be going into this section of the tunnels, no. We are going to be sticking in this lab. There is, of course, more of it to explore. There is the lab reactor that we are going to have to investigate. And yeah, I feel like we probably want to have a few other abilities up and running before we head back inside. So let's just see what we've got going on at the moment. I would like to have our electric eye going again, just because it's useful to be able to see things. So we're going to swap on over to Storm Shaper, rather, and go for our electric eye. An hour and 20 minutes of casting, and of course, yeah, we need to drop Dawn, don't we? And we have electric eye. Now, our mega kinesis, we really haven't had a chance to try it out yet. The failure chance is still pretty high. Even for shove, it's kind of the same deal there, and I feel like it's because of our focus more than anything. But obviously, the higher up we get these abilities, the better the chance, or maybe not. Maybe it is literally just tied to focus. Focus and pain, of course. But yeah, looking across the board here, it seems to be just under 60% chance of failure. So if we can get our focus to be better, that would be great. Already our mood is looking pretty good. It is trending upwards. We have a sleepiness level though, which yes, we are tired. That is understandable. We could always try listening to some music, but I think that our electronics are kind of screwed right now. Yeah, it's all shorted, so that ain't gonna be happening. Oh, and we have 2 soldering irons, so let's just go drop one of those off. And heading back inside, we hear hysterical laughter from the northwest. Okay, that's completely normal. So we've got some machines or electronic amalgamations down towards the south, and oh boy, yeah, it's amalgamations that are down there. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to wait for this one to approach us, the caustic amalgamation that is. We're going to start to swing in its general direction. The leaping amalgamation I'm not as concerned with. Let's just actually move over towards the door here. It looks like we're going to keep on dodging and weaving around here as we're trying to strike them. And as you can see, yeah, our stamina just is gone in an instant thanks to that dodging, or rather the lack of dodging. Now this Brutus amalgamation here, I would love to be able to just pop it, but that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna hold our ground here. I think it can potentially, okay, it's attacking the breather right now. So we
we are going to take a breather while that's happening. And I cannot express just how ridiculously loud it is. It's almost impossible for us to actually attack this thing, because every single time we step in, we dodge out the way of it. Now this breather is a little bit of a problem for us. I only say a little bit of a problem because we've got these folks down here, the Brutish amalgamation, the caustic amalgamation. The way that we're going to deal with them is the old-fashioned Dusk way now. Greater Wand of Fireball. So we're going to try and activate this thing in a position where it isn't going to absolutely nail us. So I feel like that's a pretty good spot there. We'll check on them. All right, looks like they're going to need at least one other shot here. So trying to keep the fire out the room where possible. Okay, there's a fair bit more fire here now, and they're both nearly dead. So we're just going to go pick up Dawn, put the Greater Wand away, and let's have a look here. So the leaping amalgamation is feeling totally fine right now, so we're just going to close this door. There's quite a few of them still there, and as we know, we can fire our fireball through the wall here. We just need to see the point where it is going to detonate from. So we're going to detonate this thing out here, and it's not going to damage us in the slightest. So that's really good for us. We're going to continue to do that here because honestly, it's the most efficient way for us to deal with them. We don't know how many are down there right now. The Brutish amalgamation dies. That's wonderful. Let's launch another one through here. We're going to check on them. On fire, on fire. I feel like that's probably good enough. I say that, but then so many more caustic amalgamations show up. They're all quite injured right now. Yes, we probably could fight them close up, but we don't actually have a huge amount of stamina. Well, we do, but it still sounds like we're out of breath. That's the fastest way for us to deal with that. Charged amalgamation is still on over there. Yeah, we're dealing with just like an absolutely bonkers amount of amalgamations at the moment. This one's maimed currently. Got another caustic one there. Honestly, I'm tempted just to kind of let them build up a little bit here before we go and slam them once again. Now, I'd ideally like to try and get some of them out there as well. It looks like we can kind of do that. Yeah, okay. That's pretty decent. We're not going to get that one that's down here. Looks like they've just broken through some of the glass. Okay, and let's try and fire a little bit like that. Okay, it's going to get the front three here. Missing the one that is outside. A little bit further down the hallway here. Okay, maimed acid glands. Nice. We love to see it. Are you going to die? Unlikely. Okay, well, let's launch one more in here. Ideally getting the two of them. This one is still alive at the moment. So let's have a look here. If we go back into our casting, go to our extended channeling, and then let's go for Mind Hammer. And we're going to try and see if we can launch that down here. All right. We don't see what kind of damage we did, but I'm assuming it was okay. Honestly, I do wonder if we could do Mega Kinesis from here. That would be interesting. Push. Oh, right. It's very, very short at the moment because we really haven't done much to level that up. Okay. So, right. Not enough stamina. Takes quite a bit of stamina, it would seem. Well, we've caught our breath. It sounds like they were absolutely hammering away on those walls there. All right. Another Mind Hammer, and it's still alive. Kind of a little surprising, but surely it's pretty injured by now. So let's have a look at moving on up towards this thing. Wow, there's still so many enemies, huh? Where are all the swarming amalgamations that we're seeing at the moment? Just kind of all around. I'm kind of over these amalgamations, I'll be honest. That one's currently fleeing from us at the moment. That vigilant amalgamation is just hanging out down there. We're going to take that fireball wand out again. We're going to activate it. We are going to make sure that we're not hitting ourselves, and that rather we are going to be hitting our enemies down there. And that'll do it. That'll certainly do something. All right, let's put that away. And, you know, I think we're probably going to take off the enchanted blouse now. We need to make sure that we're taking off the right one, though. We'll keep the breeches for now, but the blouse we will be taking off because, yeah, our stamina is just absolutely cooked in every single fight that we find ourselves getting into. Let's just have a look at our head bandage. We're going to go and apply a better bandage there. We've spotted a swarming amalgamation. It's dangerously close, apparently. Look at that. That wasn't so hard. Our torso isn't going to be as encumbered as well. Our arms are super encumbered, right? Oh no, it's warmth. Sorry. Don't mind me. It's hot in here because of all the fire. But we're also going to be feeling pretty good. Okay, so brutish amalgamation. Let's move in towards this one here. Okay, we get grabbed. It does hurt. There's actually a few of them here. More than I would like to fight against. So can we get this off here? Blink. Oh no, we need to change our casting type. So we're going to go back to the regular. Awakened teleporter. 84% chance of failure. I don't like those chances very much. That's not a great chance for us, really. So instead, let's look at something like Shocking Dash, just to get a bit of distance here. It's going to be a little bit slower than I would like to be able to do it, but there we go, we've got a cast. So, that's not going to help us out that much. I mean, yes, step into the acid. Yes, we're going to have to. We move past it effectively. So what I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do here is quickly run in here, and then the body that's here, we're going to try and move that, and we're going to close that door. Awesome. Okay. All right. So we got away from that trouble. The brutish amalgamations, they are, yeah, far more of a problem. Okay. Let's get that wand out. It's going to take a second for us to be able to do this as well. Actually, no, it's really quick because it's on our dimensional tool belt. Okay, we're going to activate this. We were attacked then, so they do have decent range, it would seem. So let's try and do this in a way that we're going to limit the amount of fire that could be near us. Pretty decent. All right, we're going to be going for another. Now, we do need to realize that this is a limited resource. We're not going to be able to keep on firing fireballs forever, but for the moment, it's definitely going to help us tear through this place faster. It's a trade, right? We're trading the energy that's stored in these mana crystals to be able to potentially get equipment, skills, abilities from this place. Okay, it's there will be an angle. Okay. That's an angle that works for us, and it worked pretty good. All right, on fire, maimed legs. I feel like we've got it. So let's see if that's the case. Indeed we do. All right, we're gonna drop that sword really quick, stop that bleeding. Okay, all right, and the temperature isn't as bad over here at the moment. Hey, how about that? Spatial recalibration. Is that something? I feel like sometimes we miss these things. Oh, so this is the teleporter ability that we picked up. And this is also why we teleported that first time. You can keep otherworldly eyes off of you to some extent, and you will sometimes instinctively teleport to avoid danger. Very useful. So that is what happened when we first learnt or unlocked this power that Dusk has. We've actually got a fair bit of smoke starting to build there from this raging fire now. Okay, all right, well, we're going to continue moving on for the moment. Surprisingly quiet in here, all things considered. Yes, we are certainly going to attack this thing here. We're going to move into this space, checking it out, seeing if there is anything available to us. Otherwise, we are going to keep on moving. So I think we're going to try and explore the eastern part of the map here. These vigilant amalgamations we're probably going to have to kill because they will go back and forth between being aggravated and not all the time. It's kind of frustrating. But you know what? I think we've actually kind of reached the edge there by the looks of things. And I can't imagine there's going to be anything too wildly useful, right? I do need to remember we have our ever-burning torch on at the moment. I can turn that off if we need to. Right now, I think it is kind of useful to have it turned on. Quite a few amalgamations through there. Right, so we're looking for things like that. We are looking for doors that we can smash down. And we'll also fight these little things whenever we can, really, because they're just going to keep on coming back and attacking us. There we go, Dusk. Okay, there's a few of them around here. We'll strike at you. We'll also check the desks when we get a chance. They are rather frustrating to hit sometimes, though. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, so this one here, we're going to try and knock this thing down. Swarming amalgamation, we can see it, but it can't see us. Okay, that's fine. Oh dear. We do not have our pipe mace currently, which means that we have more than likely left it by the entrance to here. I'm assuming that, or any of the countless places that we have entered through. Well, that's a little frustrating, but it's actually not the end of the world. If we could get our focus to be just a little bit higher, we could potentially just teleport through here. We also know that we can just smash through the regular concrete walls with our entrenching tool. Okay, we've got some strength. We need to change over to force unarmed. It's just kind of how it works, and we're going to start smashing. And unfortunately, we've been interrupted. So a mind hammer it shall be, and we'll need to get that strength back again. Okay, and we have managed to smash our way in. Okay. Well, I guess that's to be expected, right? Yeah, it's to be expected. Okay, I think it's probably about time that we really start to speed things up here as I search through. So, it's time for a montage. Well, we've pretty much cleared everything here. There's still so many vigilant amalgamations here. You might have seen that the fastest way to deal with the smaller ones is force shove. Force shove works really, really well. I can hear a lot of activity up here, but I can't see a way to get to it other than through this metal door here. Which, for us to get through that, we will need our pipe mace. We could always make another pipe mace that's entirely on the cards, or alternatively, we just step through this little area here. We will need to go and push something. Okay, it feels really heavy. We should be able to move it, but because there's so much going on here, it's taking ages to move it. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous. Well, we managed, we're in here, but then there is also this area here, and other than this small space here, I don't see how you're meant to access this. So, secret space? Maybe. So let's go and grab this thing here and try and push it out the way. Collides with something. Okay, so we may need to try and shift it down. Collides with something. Okay, try and move it to the side. Same deal. Okay, something hurts. We are going to be able to pull this through. We might just need a little bit of extra strength. We're also going to move stuff off of the square here. So we should have enough strength to be able to pull this just as is, but all right, fine, we'll go get it. Okay, well, that was a fail. Unfortunately, it just takes so long for us to do anything here because there's a lot of actions being taken. For only having a 16% chance of failure, it sure did fail 6 times in a row. Okay, but now we can easily move that out the way, and we can see that there are breathers on the other side. Breathers that we can barely kill before they respawn. Okay, we've managed to make it in. Right, so we have a caustic amalgamation in here. Let's just keep on moving. Or trying to, just slashing our way through this thing as it comes back to life instantaneously. Can we see anything of use in here right now? A hygrometer, okay. A few other chemicals. We're just going to keep on fighting our way on over towards the main breather here. But as you can see, it's kind of next to impossible. All right, we got it. We are one step closer. Well, we've been locked here for, I want to say, around about 2 minutes now. We could fireball here, but I'd really rather we didn't. But we cannot kill this thing. Well, we can. We're killing many of them. But the problem is it's respawning so quickly that we don't have enough time to actually make it onto that square. So we're kind of stuck in this space right now. The only other thing I can think of doing is literally just attacking everything around Dusk and seeing if we can, like, overwhelm it, maybe? That doesn't really seem to be working either, so I guess we're just gonna hope that we can make it there. Nope. This is legitimately not working. So we are going to have to fireball here. Otherwise, we might be stuck here until we die. Like that's how dire that is. So we're going to be fireballing pretty close to ourselves. And I really don't want to do that here, but this kind of is the only option that we have available to us right now. Okay, there we go. Far too close, far closer than I would like. Okay, the amalgamation died at the very least, and what did we get for our troubles other than getting slightly burnt there? Nothing. Nothing is the answer. So we're going to run past that fire as quickly as we can. Oh my gosh, you guys are still here? Unreal. I am going to murder you for nearly getting us trapped in here. There we go. All right, that fire's going to spread a little bit, but we've pretty much cleared this space now. There are a few areas where it's like, there might be something there, but I don't think there are any major secrets that are hanging out now. I mean, the most well-fortified area is this one here, the one that's completely covered in water, so if there was anything useful there, it's already gone. I'm going to quickly head back on over towards this door here just to see if we can catch sight of our pipe mace, but I don't think we're going to. Like I was saying, it's more than likely going to be hanging out by one of the many doors that we went and knocked down. Where are we seeing that shrieker? Oh, just hanging out down there. Interesting. Okay, but the only other place of interest down here for us is up north, the reactor. So we are going to start to make our way in that direction. And yeah, if we really need to make a new pipe mace for whatever reason, there's a lot of material around here for us to do that. Okay, got a lot of smoke. Okay, so do we have any idea how bad the radiation is going to be here? No, not really. So let's deal with this guy first anyway. So it obviously takes us a little while to get that off, but slam him, absolutely slam him. Because they're such a light creature, it's very easy for us to do that. Okay, so this could lead to nothing at all, for all we know. Hazy clouds, and yeah, we have a reactor. Environmental protection. Is there anything else that gives us environmental protection? I feel like aura of protection protects you from the environment. Well, that sounds good. That's kind of what we're looking for here. Let's put Dawn away and take out Aura of Protection. Okay, it has been cast. And okay, lasts for just under 500 turns. So we kind of want to make this fast if we can. So we're going to run in. We're going to go down the stairs here. And there is a whole lot of nothing. Well, there could be something around that corner there, but do we want to risk that? That's close enough. Let's get away from the seemingly active reactor. And we're going to be getting out of this place. But kind of the only way that we can do that is by going up through the subway. Sleeping down here, I don't really think is an option. Things are running faster, certainly, but they're still not great. And yeah, there are some beds here that are under a load of crap. We could try it. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to. Let's go and layer this here. We're going to activate the shooter earplugs that we've got. So we're deafened currently. We are going to turn the ever-burning torch off. We're in darkness. We're in quiet. Let's go put some bandages on before we go to sleep, though. Just adhesive bandages will be fine on the other things. We'll make sure that our head is still looking good. It is, but we'll give it a proper dab of antiseptic just to make sure that that is totally good and fine. Okay, calorie-wise, I think we're going to eat some beech nuts before we go to sleep. All right, we're feeling pretty full. And now, one more thing before we go to sleep. Concentrated mana mutagenic primer. Does it have enough mutagen in there to make us mutate? Theoretically. But do I want to take that chance? Because the mutagen has mutagen and primer in here. This is just mana mutagen, which I still feel like is going to be enough. Yeah, I don't want to risk us losing it though. For now, we will just sleep. Oh, okay. And we just mutated some spots while we were trying to sleep there. Neither good nor bad. A pattern of red spots, as well as mana luminance. Well, all right, it's the morning. Let's get the shooter earplugs turned on. And I think we're also going to try and get two things going in terms of our telekinetic abilities. We're going to go for electrokinesis first of all, electron overflow, just so we can actually charge those things. And there we go, the 16% failing yet again. All right, there we go. And of course we need our lifting field active once again. Okay, now it's tea time. Actually, let's start off with some root beer, because we do need to have more calories. Okay, we're feeling pretty full there. Just gonna make sure that we're not leaving anything behind. No, we were just sleeping on butchery refuse and chunks of tainted fat. It was not a nice sleep, and literally the entire night we had the sound of the eater's fronds lazily drifting to and fro. Well, we didn't have the sound, but we were just aware that that was happening, which is even stranger. So, we need to get out of here. And heading out of the front doors here, we have the stairs leading us back up. Now, these ones here, they didn't lead to anything, just kind of a dead end, unfortunately. And there was nothing else in this vent. So, back up here, we need to try and get back into the subway space up here. So I'm kind of tempted for us to try our telekinetic blink to be able to do that. Hello, Flaming Eye. Hi there. It tried to hit us. I love that. It hit us with a piercing beam of light, and it reflected off of Dusk's torso. Absolutely wild. We're going to charge through the water towards this thing. Dusk with blade in hand, still doing force unarmed. Let's change to brawling. Absolutely annihilates this thing. And then with smashing and bashing, oh, we've got another Flaming Eye. Okay. And a hunting horror. So containment is 100% being breached. And things are looking a little nasty here. We'll let it get closer towards us, and then we'll remove it from this world. Okay, I feel like here is going to potentially be close enough. The question is, can we safely teleport? Is that something that can happen here? So, blink is what we're looking for. Range 7, and there's a variance on that as well. Okay, we went and blinked over here, vanishing for a moment. Wow, there's so many slimes. I think we're probably going to be blinking that way, but hey, look, there is a variance, there is a random possibility that we end up where we want to be. At least this way we're not burning mana. Ooh, wait, Star Vampire. Originally invisible, you can now see the myriad of tentacles tipped with gnashing maws that make up this creature. The small central body is dominated by an enormous fanged mouth from which emerges a near constant high-pitching tittering. We're not hearing that, thankfully, because of our earplugs. Wow, we just bit this thing for 63 damage. Dusk absolutely annihilating it, and it just disappears, melting away into nothing. So yeah, there are many terrible things in this lab now. Thanks to Dusk opening the shielding on the portal, you know, I'm sure there are other reasons why. It's not all Dusk's fault. All right, let's try this blink again, huh? Okay, we've kind of only gone down so far. Oh, that is another Star Vampire that we're going to very quickly eliminate here. So yeah, I think if we can get right next to it, the chances of us teleporting there are going to be that much more higher. I'm kind of going to try and ignore some of these things for now. Wow, we're going to have to be right next to this, huh? Look at these. Eaters, yet again, but they look different. How intriguing. Okay, boy, this is not a great place to be, honestly. We're being grabbed by the Star Vampire right now, so we're just gonna back into here, which is, the space is already occupied. Great. Oh, it's occupied by many things. Holy crap. Okay, so the Star Vampire needs to die first. The slimes aren't as much of a problem for us. Yeah, okay. Right, what's the order here? Let's kill that slime. Okay, we'll kill that slime. We may be attacked. I realize that is a possibility. We're going to continue swinging here at this flying polyp. I'm a little concerned about the Flaming Eye in the back here, but only a little bit so far. It is within range. All right, kind of. I think the hunting horror was actually blocking it before. Now we've got a Star Vampire that's blocking its position. Wow. Okay, so that was a beam from it, and I think that just reflected off of Dusk and shot back in the opposite direction there. So Yep. We're doing okay, all things considered. Right now, we're getting surrounded by slimes, which is not a great position to be in. So what do we do then? There's an unseen hunter around here somewhere as well. And just in general, this is not great. So we're actually going to make use of our lesser quantum tunnel here because it's only 95 mana. It's pretty quick for us to cast. And would you look at that? It got us into a much better position. Now, in saying that, I think that there is an unseen hunter around here somewhere because we just dodged. Oh yeah, but it's bleeding. It grabbed us from behind. Okay. We can kind of see that trail of blood, and we can actually see where it's emanating from. Stamina, still not great. Let's kill the slime. There's so many slimes around here. Let's try and attack the hunter again if we can. Okay, it's trying to get away from us. It's going to do these kind of like attacks where it runs in, tries to get us, and then runs away. I'm okay with that. All right, we're going to strike it again as it gets closer towards us, and I think we might have killed it? No, it's still alive. And it's also very, very hard to tell how injured it is, I think. So we're gonna hold this position here. We're gonna continue to strike it. Okay, another good strike. Oh no, that is its actual health. Oh crap. Unseen hunters have a ridiculous amount of health. Okay, but so too does Dusk. I mean, yes and no, she's just very hard for it to hit. Heavy arterial bleeding, it's already healed. It's already healed. I think we just need to get away from that. So, can it open doors? I don't know. We're just gonna try and spend some time here. No, it can smash through doors though. Crap. So all we need to do is try and get over to... Let's try that position. So if we go from the north, I think we'll stand a better chance. What's the best route there though? We're gonna have to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, all right, what do we got up here? That's just a staring eye? Yeah, okay, this is fine. All right, that's another unseen hunter, huh? I'm guessing? Well, I can't see it, so I don't know. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're being grabbed by it. So we're just gonna try and see if we can break that grab, get that little bit further away. Deal with that star vampire first. Okay. I feel like the unseen hunters for Dusk right now are going to be more of a inconvenience than anything. We are actually going to have to go to the north here as well. Okay, come on you bastard, let go of us already. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, so because we also slept here as well, it gave everything a lot of time to spawn, and that's kind of what has happened around all of the portals, is just countless entities have spawned, which I know that many of you would have been screaming at me, Rycon, don't sleep here, just keep moving. But, you know, we did need some sleep. We did desperately need sleep, because Dusk doesn't need as much sleep, but it had been a long time since she'd slept. Okay, this thing is nearly dead. Let's put it out of its misery. All right, let's get some stamina back while we're here. There's definitely something around the corner from us. At the moment, we're hearing plop, so there's slimes. But we've got our breath back. That's good. Let's just make sure we've still got a rucksack. That's great. Okay. Yeah, there's another one of those strange eaters. All right, here. Here can work as well. So let's get down towards there at the moment. Just checking that backpack really quickly. All right, so blink time. Come on. No. Okay. Didn't work out for us. That's all right. It will eventually. I am sure of it. Well, I say that. I say that. We're going to keep on trying, damn it. Okay. I mean, closer, kind of. Hey, there we go. There we go. We vanish and reappear. What a great ability. That's going to be so freaking useful. Now... it's actually night as well, so this has worked out really well for us, all things considered, and we've popped out here, which is exactly where we wanted to pop out. So we're going to be able to get back onto this track here. Now, I was talking about maybe going south down here, using the forest to try and get around, because I feel like that's actually going to be better than just trying to go through the city, and it shouldn't take as long, realistically. The problem is, if there's a river that goes the whole way down here, we could be screwed. That is a small problem. Yeah. I'm not so sure about that now, because, yeah, I don't see a bridge. Surely there would be one eventually. At the same time, look, we know that this is a tested path. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. And I think before we go outside, we are going to cast Dark Sight, because it does last for a decent amount of time. The failure chance is still pretty high at the moment. But again, that's because of focus more than anything. There we go. Okay, wow. Excellent. All right, let's draw out Dawn. Okay. So, are we ready for whatever awaits us? Let's grab that subway map while we're here. And do I want to activate that before we go outside? Yeah, I think we do. All right, that has been activated. So if we have a look down below here, we should have a better idea of where those subways lead. Although in saying that, no, I don't think it really filled in much at all. We're not seeing anything highlighted on here. Oh no, we are. We're seeing them on the surface though, more than anything. We aren't actually seeing the underground sections of those. So theoretically, if we did go down this way, we might be able to take one of these subways across. Okay, I'm on board with that, I think. So let's try and see if we can get to the forest's edge. When traveling around the city at night, when we're moving fast like this, we want to make sure that we are keeping safe mode on as much as possible, and ideally we don't travel through houses like this because we cannot climb through windows. We are too tall. Okay, we are already in the forest at the moment, so that's a really good sign. Okay, we've encountered some of the dead here, which we can very quickly strike down. Man, it feels good to be fighting regular zombies and not amalgamations, I can tell you that. And okay, we are in a familiar area now, but instead of traveling west, we are going to be traveling to the south, moving through the woods, making her way back home. But as I was stating earlier, we may not have to go the entire way back on foot. This new telekinetic power that Dusk has unlocked could really change things for her. If we do some harvesting in these woods, gather up some beech nuts, find a nice cabin to hold out in for a little while, I think we're going to need to spend some time training those powers. Now, we may need to visit a crystal field or two to be able to do that, but we'll explore that in the next. For now, I'd like to thank you all for joining me for yet another episode of Cataclysm. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.